Heading into Week 16, the Chargers officially clinched the AFC West division after beating the Chiefs in the last episode, completing a miraculous single-season turnaround, and it's a wonder what great coaching can do for a team. Reinvigorating this franchise after a 3-13 season, to come into this team and accomplishing double-digit wins in 2010's decade for the game. The last time the Chargers won more than 9 in a season was 2009 when they went 13-3. 2017 divisional title, the Chargers have guaranteed themselves a home playoff game, but there is a pretty tight race for the right not to play in that opening wildcard round and wait to host a playoff game in the divisional round. Still firmly in first place in that spot. No way any team can catch them mathematically, as they won their 13th game, and all other teams already have 4 losses. So between the Chargers, Texans, and Jets, who are looking like the most likely division winner of the AFC East, they are all fighting for a potential playoff bye, and the Chargers will clinch it if they win this week, as you will see right here. The Chargers have the tiebreaker over those other 2 teams by virtue of having a 9-3 record in the AFC. So if they win this week's game, they will clinch a home field advantage pretty much throughout the playoffs, unless they do run into the Steelers, but that would not be until the conference championship game. They will host a AFC divisional game if they win this week, and they don't have any conference games left. They are taking on the New York Giants this week and the Washington Redskins next week. So let's get into this game against the New York Giants. And you know, this is an interesting matchup because, as it's famously known, Philip Rivers and Eli Manning both come from that 2004 NFL draft class, and the famous trade between the two, actually, because Eli Manning refused to play with San Diego, who had the #1 overall selection. And as they close down on the twilight of their careers, it's interesting because this might be the final time these two ever play each other, and they both have had excellent careers. Of course, Eli winning those 2 Super Bowls, and both of them being a couple of the probably best quarterbacks ever to play the game. The Giants would get down the field on a roughing the passer penalty, and then they get this screen pass and a couple of missed opportunities by the Charger defense right there, and they are going to get down into pretty good territory to score. And now they're getting under the 4-yard line, 3rd down and 4, and they are going to go to a slant route right there, and they are going to score. So they open up the scoring after a scoreless first quarter. The Giants are up 7-0. But Philip Rivers would quickly get that back. Play action, and the Giants bite. And it is Keenan Allen burns the corner. He fails to dive at that, and the safety is not going to catch him. You cannot catch Keenan Allen. A big play from him. Something he hasn't really had that much all year. Had kind of a down year compared to last year so far. But it is going to be Melvin Gordon. Didn't have the greatest start to this game, but he is going to pick things up right here. Down to the 35-yard line with a pretty big carry. And he would follow that up with another pretty big carry right here. He is going to pick up a few yards. Down to the 28 is 2nd and 2 now. Philip Rivers going over the middle again to Keenan Allen. And he starts out the day 9 of 10, 135 yards. And now he is going to go to Vincent Jackson, another one who might not be with us for much longer, but we would settle for a field goal at 4th down and 7. We just wanted to take the points going into halftime, and the Chargers are going to take the lead on that one. Now Philip Rivers dropping back once again, goes left side for Keenan Allen once again, this time operating out of the slot. And now it is going to be a 2nd down and 10 situation. And this is going to be Hunter Henry down the field, getting down to around the 33-yard line. 2nd and 7 now after a 1st-yard run. Once again, not really a lot of big running plays today. Craig Brink with his stiff arm right there. And he is going to pick up 16 yards. Coincidentally, also the same number of completions Philip Rivers has had on the afternoon. A very good day so far. Hunter Henry breaking a tackle, though, is going to get down to the 1-yard line. And then from the 1-yard line, 1st and goal, play action fake, corner end zone. And it is going to be Hunter Henry getting the touchdown. 2 big catches on this drive. And we reward the big man right there, having a pretty good year at tight end, of course, following in the footsteps of now coach Antonio Gates, who he did play with for 1 year of his NFL career. And then a bad coverage play right there, as we have a few of our not as good corners in, and Brandon Flowers is our safety, but he is going to give up the play right there, and it's going to give them a lot of good yardage. They would have to settle for a field goal, though, after Joey Bosa's sack. And then speaking of Joey Bosa, he's going to force this fumble, and the Chargers are going to recover right here, and they would be able to run out the clock. As you can see, the video is actually a little glitchy for this portion. I don't know why it just glitched out for like this part that I decided to select from the video, but the Chargers would hold on to win 17-10. Phillip Rivers having a very good day. Eli Manning not so much, and yeah, these stats aren't very good, but if you can read those, take a look at them. Hunter Henry was a pretty big day, 5 for 52, but 3 of those catches came on the same drive. They were big catches, though. They allowed us to extend our lead and pretty much put the game away from that point on, as we really needed that touchdown come toward the end of the game. So that is going to do it for me. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Stay tuned for more Chargers franchise as we cover the end of the season. There's no reason to play the last game. We're probably going to put a bunch of backups in anyway to prevent injury. We've clinched home field with this win. In the first, or we've clinched a first-round bye, I should say. We haven't clinched home field. The Steelers have that distinction, as they have only lost 1 game all season up to this point. So it's looking like they are going to have the #1 seed. But we firmly have the #2 seed, so there's no reason to risk injury or anything in Week 17. So thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed. See you next time for more Chargers franchise in Madden 17.